Do you have any examples for our listeners of this market intel that you can use to get an idea of maybe a company's objections before you even get them on the phone?
Oh, okay. Good question. So your business development, your customer success, your chief marketing, whoever wants to do it, doesn't really matter as long as it happens from the company. They need to do two things. They need to physically call all of your existing customers and ask, why did you originally buy from us? Why did you leave? Were there any other objections that you didn't actually tell us, just so that we can be better for next time? As well as your previous close lost, the same thing. Why didn't you buy from us, George? What could we have done better? That information needs to be catalogued, and then that becomes your live objections applicable to your product against those personas. Then you can match that to companies of the similar size, similar industry, depending on other variations, demographics, etc. And that probably brings us to the next point of my process would be, and people like this blows people's mind, but it will just hopefully make so much sense. So before all these split outs, what we would do is we would call the companies and catalog them. Hey, George, I know that you're probably with someone right now. Would it be okay if you just tell me what you really like about it? Okay. Is there anything you don't like about it, George? Okay, so you guys would be in a fixed term contract for that? If you were going to go to tender, George, what would that tender need to contain? Boom. George, would it be okay if I call you back in 4 weeks just to make sure that nothing has changed? Okay, so what's actually happened there, you've catalogued the market for your targets, you've acted as an account manager for an account you don't have yet, and you've got permission to go back to them while knowing what the winning tender will need to be within the time frame to deliver. So then you go back to chief marketing and you go, hey, I just spoke to 10 companies that are going to be in market halfway through next year. I reckon if we build a creative that solves that problem and their known objections, I can get my new business team to call them and deliver that. But we're so focused on sales-led growth, volume games to push to the meeting, that if you suggest that to companies that haven't realized or recognized or weren't a part of that prior to the split out, everyone just goes for the hard sell. George, take our meeting. Do I need to send you a $150 Amazon voucher? What do I need to do to get you there? But it's where I say go backwards to go forwards. All I'm really saying is, okay, let's go back to when we actually did market research. Let's catalog the market. Cool. Let's go back to like permission based. George, would it be okay I show you this? George, would it be okay if I ask you these questions because you left us? Now, if we do that recipe for success, there's a high chance you're going to win. Now, during that process of cataloging the market, you'll also probably get to the point of, so if you were going to do business with us, George, would it be okay if we just run through some scenarios of what that might look like? So what have you done there? You've then lowered the bar to talk about the communication plan handover at customer success so you can exceed their expectation when you've got a chance to pitch for it. It's not rocket science, but apparently all of these things are like now, like I literally write backwards to go forwards because I'm just suggesting let's just do some of this good stuff that always works.